So, welcome to the call. We are recording. So, here are some housekeeping things. I can't believe it. We are already to the launch of MBF, which I often get messed up on those letters because I'm dyslexic and that's super fun. And they just put initials. So, but that comes out tomorrow. And so, what I wanted to do tonight was to do a working call, because that's what we have kind of talked about last time, to do a working call so that you knew I could help you with launching and getting people to join you on your fitness journey and wellness journey, and to help jumpstart your business. Next week is the launch of the Bevies, which are a tea that's 15 calories and are supposed to help curb cravings. So instead of reaching for a soda or something like that, or like an energy drink of some sort, you have a healthy option that you can offer people and yourself. So all those things are going on. And next week is Summit, which is the first ever virtual summit. And they have worked really, really hard on this. So I'm excited for it. I don't know what to expect. I have not heard when the workouts will be or anything like that. The only thing I do know is that Chalene is launching a new PiYo. So excited. I don't know why it's not turbo, but it's okay because Chalene is who helped me connect the pieces and the dots when I didn't love myself, and helped me figure out how to make this a lifestyle, and that it didn't have to be punishment to work out or to have a healthy meal, that it wasn't a diet. And I started that before even 21 Day Fix and all the containers and all that stuff came out. Those helped give me more tools and actually plan it and make sure that my body was getting what it needed. But Chalene is who I started my journey with. So for me, Chalene is she's just the berries, man. Like, she's the best thing. I just think she's awesome. She's real and she's funny. And, I lost my 70 pounds the first time with Chalene during Turbo Fire. And then, I did my certification for PiYo when I was pregnant with Cora. And then it's such a great low impact workout, but it is not low intensity. We did it tonight, and Jessica and and Tanya were just sweating buckets. So, but in a good way. So I know that's coming. And then next Friday, I'm going to be hosting just a small little social distance. I don't even like that word anymore. It's like lost. I just am so sick of social distancing. We're going to have a bonfire, or like a fire pit. We're going to light our fire pit if it's not 1,000,000 degrees still, and sit around it and chat and socialize with each other. And then whoever would like can spend the night on our team. But please let me know so I know how much room to save for everyone in their beds. I know Annie and Tim will be coming down from Lafayette. And then Saturday, we will be working out all together for Super. I thought, what a great way to do that. Like, we need to come together. We've been apart for so much time. We need this. So, of course, here's my COVID disclaimer. If you have been around anyone who's COVID positive or feel COVID positive yourself, please don't come. It's up to you if you want to wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm at my house. But we do use precautions when we're outside of here. So hopefully you feel safe and welcomed. So I kind of figure we would just kind of cook out. I'll probably have hamburgers here, chicken burgers and dogs and stuff. So if you want to bring a side, or if you want something else, if you want chicken or steak, bring your own things. And then bring your own beverage if you feel so inclined, I will probably have a glass of wine because I will be at the lake all week with my children. So cheers to that. Love them, but I'll be enjoying a glass of wine. So.
Okay, so you're gone during the week, but you'll be back by then.
Correct. I leave Sunday, so I leave this Sunday, and I will be back Thursday. Probably Thursday evening. I'm going to stay as long as possible, but then I'll be home for sure Friday, and then so I'll be home Friday and Saturday. And I thought, well, let's all get together and do a workout, and we can stream it to the TV in the basement so we can all see the trainers and do the circuit workout together. And we'll have let's have a Shaco bar and an Energize. We'll do Energize shots. So I posted an event in the team page, so please let me know if you plan on coming, and I can put one up for the fire pit too. I'll just go ahead and do that tonight. Okay, so that's all the housekeeping stuff I think I have. So here we go. For the past some weeks, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, I have been in a whirlwind. So if you're like, Andrea is losing her mind, it's true. This is totally true. Don't worry about that. I have been working with Christina and Larry Zimberg on leadership. And we've been on leadership calls that last anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours with Larry. And he is the guy who started Success Club Systems, who came up with the National Wake Up Call, who he started a whole bunch of stuff within Beachbody. And while he is no longer an active part of Beachbody, he knows very well how it works and how to succeed. And so he has been teaching us and implementing a mindset, a total mind shift. There it is. Mind shift. Oh, that's so hard to say. Anyways, so, and it's this: successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. Successful people show up. You show up no matter what. You show up. You know, a good metaphor or analogy would be like, you can tell when the Colts show up to a game. They show up, they win the game, they play well. And there are some times where, you know, if you're watching a game, you'll say, man, they didn't show up. They didn't show up. They weren't successful. Why weren't they successful? Why didn't they win the game? Because they didn't show up. They didn't show up to play. Are they just putting stuff out there and just hoping that it sticks and just not caring? Or are you showing up and you're putting in some effort, right? So successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not. So that means you get up and you're consistent with your workouts, you're consistent with your shakes. And the biggest thing is you are willing to extend your hand out to someone and invite someone to do it with you. Does that mean you have all the answers? Nope. Does that mean that you are a certified nutritionist? Nope. Are you a personal trainer? Nope. Maybe you are. I'm not. But are you willing to say to someone, I'm going to be here to help you through this, and I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader? Absolutely. 100%. That's what we do as coaches. We show up for our people. I want to show up for you guys. I want to show up so big that I am doing the scariest thing ever and walking away from my job. Because why? Because I love this. I love this so much. I am willing to do something that scares the shit out of me to do it. And that's because I have you guys. I have the people who show up every morning and who are getting it done, who are there for you in the trenches, in the dirt, in the hard. And that's what it's about, to show up for your people. Because the how-tos are the easy part. Like, I can sit here and say, do your vital behaviors, drink your shake, do your workout, invite, right? And when you say that, invite, it means invite to a workout, invite to a live event, invite in different ways, not keep inviting them to the same thing, which you can, and I do, because at some point they may say yes, because I didn't say yes the first time Lindsay asked me. I was like, oh no, that's really expensive. Let me think about that. Let me talk to Greg. Okay. So sometimes you do have to invite someone a couple times to do it. It's kind of like dating. Like you're going to invite them on a couple dates before they commit and say, oh, all right, I'll date you. That's fine. Okay. But here's the thing is that most people will start. Most people who will join you in the business will start, and they're really excited at the beginning. They're super excited and they're like, got all this energy. And then something happens and they're like, oh, that was a lot harder than I think. And then something else happens. And most people are going to want to quit. When the first person says boo about it, some people are going to be like, oh, nope, I can't do this. I can't do this. It doesn't work. It's a scam. It's this, it's that. You'll have that and it will happen. And when you do, just say, I totally understand. And if you come at it at a place with love and compassion, instead of like, well, fine, go listen to that person. But if you're like, I get it, I totally understand, you just talk to them and hear them out. Sometimes you could listen and hear their reason why and maybe change their mind on or understand their perspective. Like, oh, I don't have the money right now. I get that. If it's like a legit thing, or are you going out to the bar and spending all your money on the bar? I don't know. So hearing them and meeting them where they are too is a huge part of showing up and showing up for that person. But the biggest thing I can tell you is work harder on yourself than on anyone else. Because if you can work hard on yourself, that no matter what happens, when the ground shakes under you, you'll be okay. Because if you show up and give 10%, then you are already giving 100% more than most people. Because our feeds might be full of coaches, most people's are not. So, because think, those people weren't in your feed, weren't in your Instagram, weren't in your Facebook before you entered this community. So you showing up, being that 10%, you giving 10% of your day, giving 30 minutes of your day is going to make a difference to somebody else, because you are going to be that light for someone else by you showing up and talking to 3 people on Messenger, 5 people on Messenger, talking in a post, in a thoughtful, different post. And I don't mean like your shake like this. You can do that every once in a while, but doing it all the time isn't going to get you anywhere. Talking about maybe what's in it and saying, hey, did you know that there are Golgi berries in our shakes? Those little capsules that you keep paying for, that's actually in the shake. How about that? Jessica Burge just jumped on a different thing. There are 2 Jessica Burges in the world. That cannot happen. So, wow, that was weird. I was like, picture people. So by you talking to that 10%, by showing up 10%, you are going to have new people following you. You're going to have new people talking to you, that you are showing up consistently, because people start to see that. I can see changes in you guys. I can see changes in Jessica. I can see the difference in Lisa. I can see the difference physically. And they will start to see that too. And you are going to start to feel it and think differently. So sharing that is going to be huge. If you keep it to yourself and you think, I'm not quite there yet, I'm not ready to share, that's when you need to talk to people. When you're like, oh my gosh, I just ate so much during the quarantine. You know how many people have gained weight because of this quarantine? How many people still, I wouldn't go to the gym. That's just my own preference. Like, I don't know who's cleaned this. I look in people's mouths and I know what comes. No, I'm going to stay home in my safe little bubble in my own gym with my own sweat funeral all over the place. So by you reaching out and talking to those people, you're growing your basis that you are going to talk to, and they're going to start sending people to you. And that is huge. The referral is huge. And that is still something that makes me a little nervous, but I'm getting better at asking, like, do you know anyone else that would want to, do you have a friend that would want to do this with you? How hard is that to ask? Like, because I ask my girlfriends if they want to go to the bathroom with me. Like when we're out at a restaurant, do you want to go to the bathroom? Do you have to go to the bathroom? She probably did not have to go to the bathroom, but she'll go with me for moral sport, or we're just going to go talk about something. So we'll go to the bathroom. So why is that so different to say to someone, hey, I'm going to do this muscle burns fat and I'm kind of intimidated by it. Will you do it with me so we can keep each other on track? How easy is that? Like, that makes sense to me, because I need a girlfriend to go to the bathroom. I don't really need a girlfriend to go to the bathroom, but we'll say, I would be like, Jessica, you have to go to the bathroom. Yes, I got to go back. Let's go. We're going to go. That's normal. So 80%, because of we're in a direct sellers, a direct selling association, like a network, 80% of your growth is going to come from new people. Now, does that mean that 80% of your check is going to come from direct sales? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but 80% of your growth is going to come from new people, which means the people that you're helping now, who could they refer to you? It's not just about who you know, it's who they know. So oftentimes people are like, well, I don't know that very many people. Yeah, you do. And we're going to do the memory jogger. I'm going to put it up and we're going to do it. But it's not just about who you know, it's who they know and who they connect you to. Some people may never be a coach, but they are connectors, and they are people who can connect you to all kinds of people. Some people have I have a huge family that, how many people would they know? I have 18 cousins. If they had one person join them in a fitness challenge with 36 people, you could have, that would be a lot of Success Club points. I just realized that. But that's if everyone did it. But even if half of them did it, where would you be? If you asked the 4 people in your family for a referral, just one, where would that get you? If you ask Michael, hey, Michael, I know you may not want to do this, but do you know someone else that would want to do it? Maybe he would have someone, or maybe my brother does, or maybe my mom's friend that she works with was talking about that the other day, because now Carl Deichler's in your radio and they're going to be like, I heard that on demand on the radio. Yes, you did. You should do it. Get my crazy eyes out. But your new people are your lifeblood. You have to have those new people coming in and exposing them. So you need to get in front of your people's Verizon network, because if your friends have their friends public, just go and look at their Facebook, like something of theirs. You're gonna be like, who's this girl? This chick, I don't even know her. How'd she find me? She liked my post. When I get some rando person liking my post, I notice, because I don't know you. How do you know me? Why? Well, thank you for liking my post. And then go in, if someone does like your post that you don't know, and be like, thank you, or thank the people for liking your story. They didn't have to hit that button. They could have just scrolled on by. Go back and say, hey, what post did well? Thank them. Comment back. Because the more people that you can get on your post, on your stories, and you get more people by replying and commenting and liking the comments below. It will pull your feed back up. So if you are liking and you are engaging, you're being social on social media, not just putting a picture out there, the more you comment, the more that pulls up in their Verizon network because they commented on it. You could also screenshot it and share it in your story, which is awesome. So yeah, so these people could link you to leaders. You may not even know them. Your team, you don't even know. The leaders in your team, number one, at least 2 of them you know, and you're around them all the time. They just haven't said yes yet. And other people, you haven't even met them. And the crazy thing, this is crazy. This blew my mind when I learned this. 40% of the workforce right now has a side hustle. 40% of people that have a job have a side hustle. And I bet of that 40%, I would be willing to bet that several of them are ambassadors, if you will, coaches, ambassadors, Mary Kay people. You have multiple things, Young Living, that they wanted the discount. And what a disservice we're doing to them if we choose for them that they don't want that discount. So sometimes I feel like when I say coach, it's intimidating because people then feel like a responsibility. Because when you hear a coach, like, I love, you look up to a coach and you admire them and like they're your person, right? And so you feel like you have to have all the answers, but that's not necessarily true. So what if you flip the script a little and said, if you were an ambassador, you could get a 25% discount, just like Amazon. And they will disqualify you if you don't have enough people. They don't like your Instagram, they will disqualify you. Trust me, they disqualified me the first time and I applied again. So if 40% of the workforce already thinks maybe I could do something else, I could have a plan B in case the bottom falls out, why wouldn't we offer that to someone and say, do you know you could save 25%? And you could also earn 25% by helping someone else, by just offering. That's why I was a coach. Straight up. And when you do the math, you save $220 on Shakeology every year. Just being a coach. So, but and the thing is, the point of that is that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. It's just if you decide to show up and go the extra mile. What's up, baby? I unmute you.
What?
I thought you were going to tell me something.
Oh, no, there was a gnat flying in my face. Sorry. I was trying to make a note and this gnat flew right by my face. I was like, ah!
Okay. So that's all I have right now. But for today, really, if you want, we can do the memory jogger. But what Larry is trying to get us to do is to, crew, the rowboat people, the crew, mm-hmm. We are all in the same crew. We're all part of Fit Nation. We're all of Dream Extreme. We're all under Platinum Presenters. We're all in the same crew. But what Larry is doing for us is for all of us to start rowing in the right direction. Because if you ever see a crew team go, they're all in sync and they're all going the same direction. If they're looking, if one of them's off, their whole ship is off. Like they can't get the momentum, they can't get the rhythm. So what we're doing is for everyone to get moving in the same direction. So we're all doing the same training starting after summit, so you don't have to worry so much. But I'm going to start trickling some information in so maybe your head doesn't explode like mine has.
That would be helpful.
Yep. Twice a week I sit on these calls.
I couldn't for that long because it's too much time.
It's a lot of time. So I am going to trickle it in for you.
I mean, too much time as, I don't mean it like wouldn't take the time. I mean, too much time as in, they say after 15 minutes, you stop listening, like your brain stops processing.
You know what, though?
So.
I could listen to him for a long time.
Oh, well.
Sometimes
I just meant 2.5 hours is a lot of freaking time.
It's a lot of
to
talking.
sit still.
That's what it is to sit still. So sometimes I turn my thing off and get up and move around. Anyways, okay. So what I'm going to do tonight, because tomorrow this program gets launched and we have to be ready to rock and roll. And I'm guessing since most of the people are on here, well, launches for coaches. Launches for coaches. Oh, I don't necessarily have to do this. I'm going to make a free group tonight to run next week. And it will prompt people to go in, right? Yes. And that will line right up to the free group will run, and then we will end in MBF when it launches. So at the end of the free group will, right? Is that right on the calendar? No.
No.
It'll be close. The 27th.
Right. Today really should have been the day that they started. That's why to me, it's confusing because the 27th is when it opens for them.
Yeah.
So our last workout will be on the 27th of MBF.
Yeah. And, I don't know if you watched the wake up call or listened to it. I took a walk.
Not yet.
And here's a skinny. You get 2B Mindset. You get Ultimate Portion Fix. And hallelujah, they're combining the monthly fee on it. Yes, for $20 instead of 2 separate ones like I have right now. Combining them. Yay.
Do I have to go in and do anything?
I don't know. I don't know that answer yet.
Okay.
I had that thought. I don't know. You get the bod ropes and the containers and the program. You get MBF and MBFA. So you get both of them. You don't have to purchase another program. So that is leverage to tell someone you get 2 3-week programs.
Not 1, but 2.
2. That's right. 2 programs and 2 nutrition programs. So you could try Ultimate Portion Fix for the first one, understand the containers, and then move into 2B Mindset if you wanted. And watch all the videos for Ultimate Portion Fix, the first one, then do the other. And she said you could even do MBF multiple times if you're not quite ready to move to advanced. But she says that you can move right into it. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. So what I'm thinking, number one, I'm going to love this program because Greg Stevens even said he's going to do it. And it's a strength training program. She was like, it's some cardio and lifting heavier weights.
Because she loves to lift.
She does, because she's a fitness and figure competitor. So, and there is music. Jesse Blake is the DJ. Woo-hoo! So Jesse Blake put it to music. Because Carl called up Megan, was like, hey, so how do you feel about doing things to a rhythm? And she was like, you don't want me to dance, do you? Because that's cool, but I'm probably not the trainer for that. So he was like, no. How do you feel like doing it to a beat or with music to it? So then they put music in it. So I guess it's supposed to be good, but you don't have to do it on the beat, she said. So there's that. What else did she say? Lots of things, but there's modifications. And the cool thing, because of COVID, they had to do it in their own homes. So it is kind of different that you get to see them dealing with the same things that you deal with at home. So they are in the program just like you. And she said that she had someone lose 60 pounds with 18 weeks. I can't be right.
Well, the one gal on the sample workout lost 20 pounds.
Yes.
And if you look down at the bottom, because I specifically looked at this both times, but this time I was at home, it said with 12 weeks.
Okay.
Because initially I thought she lost 20 pounds doing the 6 weeks, but I read it again today.
Okay.
She lost it with 12 weeks. So she did the program twice through, or she did the MBF alone
Right.
4 times. It doesn't matter, but
It's pretty awesome. So she did say tonight that there was someone who did it again, did the whole program again, and that she lost 60 pounds doing it. And I'm like, that's incredible. So, I mean, that's just proof that you can do it. You can do it no matter what level you're at. And I like the bod ropes and the jump rope that you can modify that. You could just step that. And especially if you had knee problems or if you were, obese, and if you're staring at your doctor saying you're going to die if you don't do this. I mean, I know that sounds harsh and horrible, but there are so many people sitting in that situation. Like, you have got to do something. And I feel like this program is going to be one of those programs. Because today, Greg, his knees are terrible and he was still able to do it. And he turned right around and said, when does this come out? I said, tomorrow. And he was like, I might do this one. I'm going to do this one. I'm like, okay. And he does not normally say that. So that's big time.
I guess the one thing I wish that someone could come up with a modification for, or show it, is for some of those older, heavier people, like my mom, that getting down to do a mountain climber.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell her how to modify that. She could just stand and do like we do when we do the other thing. But I wish the modifier would do something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes, and that's what I liked about MM100, that she had 2 modifiers that were different levels.
I did like that. I did like that a lot.
That's insignificant, but I really wish that they would focus on something like that, because I think those people that have shoulder problems or, things like that, where getting down on the ground,
the floor
is
work,
a challenge.
The floor work and getting back up.
Especially if you're up and down. I mean, it's one thing to get down there and do some ab work and you stay down there.
Yeah.
But to have to get up and down.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's true.
That's my 2 cents.
So I would say, yeah, they should have them come up at the wall and to even just put pressure on the wall and do a mountain climber, because you're still moving your legs and you're pushing against the wall. If you're pushing, you're still engaging somewhat, but you don't. I agree with that. So yeah, that's all coming out tomorrow. So I don't want to keep you forever, because I appreciate you getting on here. And that's a lot of, I did a lot of talking. That was my best training.
And you stayed on task.
Thank you. I really did. Now, I'm going to post the memory jogger in our team page. and hopefully everyone will do this, that I want you to make, he gave us legit 5 minutes to do this. And if you want, next time we can do it and you can come up with new people. This was off the top of my head, people that I knew. Your dentist, that was easy. Your dentist, your coworkers, your photographer. I know lots, I don't know why, but I know several photographers. Police officers, your realtors, people who are nurses, your Mary Kay lady, people who like to run, your neighbor, people who live in Alabama, people who live in Florida, people like legit, this is what he did with us. People who live in California, people who live in Illinois, people who live in Ohio. Who do you know that lives in Ohio? Who do you know that lives in New York? And legit went like that across the country. And when he did that, your brain gets jogged and you're like, oh, my friend Andy Wu lives in New York. Oh, my friend Rayanne lives in Florida. Oh, Kirk and Robin live in Arizona. And it takes you outside your bubble of people that you're normally exposed to. So I'll post the memory jogger and then we'll do it next week on next week is Summit. All right, we're just gonna have to see how they're going to do that. If we just have a link to get on and we all watch it together, we Zoom. I don't know. All right, we're gonna.
I think until we know how they do it, we won't know.
Yeah, we won't know. So, I'll share this. I'm gonna make a free group that can start next week because then we'll be in there. Okay, so the free group, we'll have that. We'll be able to share our workouts. If we want, we could still run it as an event. I don't think I can schedule posts in an event. I can't do it. I can't do an event. We're gonna have to do it in the group. And I'll make everyone who's active in our team a co-host so you can invite people. And then we will post our workouts, our meals, because I'm gonna be on vacation, so it'll be like I'm at Summit. Just not. We can post trainings and announcements, like, there's going to be more things coming out than just bevies. Bevies will come out. Though there's going to be something else.
So what's the focus of the free group? Like,
to get people either to have like coaching, to expose them to what coaching is, to try. Let's have them just try like a 3-day class pass. Instead of a 3-day class pass, we could run a free group with 3 days of workouts.
okay.
3 or 4 days of workouts. We can do 10 rounds, bar, 21-day fix. Do you have another favorite?
Can we do size just for something different? Well, so I guess the reason I'm asking is, are we sending them like a link to do like a sample workout for that? Because we could put some of the ones that Beachbody released during quarantine as that were like the Venmo link for them.
Isn't double times on there, isn't it?
It was.
Double times on there. Let's do double time.
That'd be fun.
Family friendly one. And
I was going to say, tell them to grab their kid.
Yeah. Or Pio might be on there because that's going to come out new. So we could do that. Or I don't know.
I feel like the at-home Pio is harder.
It's the up-down.
It is the up-down.
Or Sean T one, because everybody loves Sean. Yes.
Well, not everyone. Tracy does not.
Yeah.
She wants him to stop talking.
Oh.
on transformation, on transformation
Transform
20, T20,
Transform,
whatever.
whatever it is. So anyways, let's do that. We'll just do the Venmo, whatever those links are. And then I will put together a nutrition thing so they can try the meals. Everyone really liked the cookouts and whatever, but it's got to be something different. So I'll look in my thing. I'll look and see what I have.
Okay.
And then let's run that. And then while we're learning and sharing, the point of this free group is to get you guys some wins. Honestly, that's the point. If
Okay.
you want to know the brass tacks, to get you some wins, to get some volume. Doesn't matter if they're doing a challenge pack, because you know Beachbody does such a good job of marketing. After every program, they might be like, I want to get some of that performance line. What's that crack Jessica's always drinking?
I would like to, so I need your help.
Okay.
I don't know if you want this recorded, but for me specifically, fall football comes. So Friday nights, those are always a challenge,
right,
for eating, because, we get to the school between 5:30 and 6. We usually don't get home till almost 11. A lot of times we go out to eat. I know I'm not the only one that whether my kid is, whether you're going because a kid on the team, or you're there trying to support the school, or your child is on the team. There's volleyball kids, there's
right.
soccer parents, there's stuff like that maybe we come up with something towards the end of August, September, some sort of group or something, free group or something that runs for a week or 3 days or something, where we kind of figure out how to make those parents feel successful and like they're not just falling off the wagon on Friday night.
So you need a group on the go time.
Yeah.
You need an on the go group. Okay. Well, that could be many people. That's dance. That's everyone has. That's a good idea. Everyone has like dance, football, baseball, basketball, on and on and on and on. Because now sports aren't even like a season, right? They're all year long. So
right,
just doing them all the time. So I mean, when I get home from, Cora's, I mean, she's tiny, and I leave work and I go straight to Tippy Toes, and then by the time I come home, it's like 7:30, and I don't really want to eat then, and I'm having my shake or a salad or something.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we need an on the go group.
And maybe that's something we talk about on at retreat too.
I think that's great. That's a good idea. Yes. And then I need people for sure to confirm. Open air. Okay. Anyways, talk about that morning. Tomorrow, we'll see you at 6 a.m. I am so proud of us. This is under an hour.
Okay. Don't leave when you turn off recording. You're a dork.
Okay. Thanks for jumping on to my call.